Y'all won't believe who the cat dragged into the shade room today, and it's none other than Oprah Winfrey. Oprah might be a self-made billionaire and a role model for women around the world, but that doesn't necessarily get her a top spot on everyone's favorite person list. In fact, it does the exact opposite, especially when you're half as outspoken as Oprah is. But why exactly did Oprah ruin Toni Braxton's career and almost caused her to lose her life in the process? And why is everyone suddenly digging up the past and dragging Oprah on social media? It all started when Monique called out Oprah Winfrey for being a career killer. Insane, right? Well, Monique wasn't all talk and no bark, cause soon afterwards she posted an old clip of Oprah being a mean, evil queen to Toni Braxton.
Responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%.
100%. I couldn't believe it because I loved her so much. I admired her and looked up to her. And she pretty much reprimanded me.
Let's take a trip down memory lane for a bit. Y'all remember the late 90s when Toni Braxton was the queen of R&B. She took the world by storm with hits like Unbreak My Heart, Another Sad Love, and so much more. For a while, everyone thought Toni's career would keep on getting to greater heights until things suddenly went downhill. And Toni personally agreed to Monique's claims that her 1998 interview with Oprah Winfrey had ended her career. But what exactly caused things to spiral out of control pretty quickly? Before making an appearance on Oprah's show, Toni was already getting dragged left and right for filing for bankruptcy. People just couldn't believe their ears. How would a singer who was selling millions of records get broke? News reports blamed Toni for her careless spending and her love for wearing the latest fashion accessories, which are known to be so expensive that they could buy a mansion in Beverly Hills. But people had no idea what was going on under the covers. Behind the big screen, Toni was knee-deep in debt, signed to a bad record label that ripped her of her hard-earned money, gave her peanuts, and portrayed her to the media as well off. To make matters worse, she was also diagnosed with some serious health issues, which was later diagnosed as microvascular angina and lupus. Now hold on for a second, isn't that the same illness that almost killed Selena? Now, you would expect Oprah to be sympathetic, right? Knowing that another black woman was struggling like she once did. Well, you thought wrong. Instead of offering her support, Oprah went straight for the kill. She accused Toni of being reckless with money and even called her out for buying luxury items. But to make matters worse, she also asked Toni to admit that her careless spending caused her bankruptcy, right in front of the camera. Even though she knew fully well that Toni was hurt by reporters spreading these same accusations around. Talk about kicking someone when they're down. Toni was totally blindsided. Could you imagine how you would feel when someone who you've looked up to your entire life, one of the first female billionaires in the entertainment industry, and also a strong public persona who speaks out for others' rights, suddenly turns you into a laughingstock on telly? Think about the shame, the horror, literally everything that would be coursing through your veins at that moment. Heck, if she said that to somebody with some bad temper issues like Cardi B, I'm pretty sure a fight would have broken out at that moment. And we probably remember that interview as the infamous Cardi and Oprah Winfrey dragged each other's hair on camera. But Toni was actually pretty chill about the whole thing. The fact that a public figure like Oprah, who is known for standing for being outspoken on whatever she thinks is right, definitely added fuel to the fire.
Because I allowed all my finances to become everyone else's finances, that's pretty much how I got here.
And that is the key.
That's the key.
Do you take responsibility for the situation that you're in right now?
100%.
100%.
100%. Because it's my fault, it's my fault because I trusted and I believed and they gave me these people. It's okay. And I know no one. I went to college to be a school teacher. And I came to Atlanta and I met all these wonderful people and I trusted them and they believed in me and my talent. And I was like, they have to be like.
But you trusted them with your money.
I know, right? I really did.
You did?
I really did.
So you didn't like handle all your checks and sign all your checks?
I didn't do that. You know, I thought I was on top of everything because I like to think I'm a smart person. So I'm on stage singing and everyone, you know, the good old guys, you know how it is, pet the girl on the shoulder. Oh, it's okay, everything's fine, you just go sing.
So would you, like for instance, did you, would they send you money? Would you be on some kind of, does your money go to somebody else, for example? Or do you take your own money?
I would get my money and transfer it over.
To other people?
Other people. Sometimes we went directly to those people because, for instance, I'm out on the road. I know all these, and I would watch your show and I'd hear you say, you and Bill Cosby, you say, make sure you sign all your checks.
Sign all your checks.
Things.
Yeah.
But you started that way.
You didn't believe us?
I didn't. I just believed in everyone else. I believed in everyone else. It's just,
yeah.
It's
I understand.
difficult. You know, I'm trying to master the artistry, the singing, and I'm singing on stage, and I'm on tour for almost a year. And
Oprah made it seem like Toni's money troubles were as simple as money coming in and money going out the other way, but that was so not true. Toni later revealed some shocking information about her record sales and how much she was actually making, but Oprah didn't bother to dig into any of that. Instead, she just tried to make Toni feel even more awful about herself while talking about how she rose from the ashes to become a billionaire.
Feel in this situation because I know you came from middle class parents, father's a preacher and all that, and I came from lower middle class. And I think when you haven't had a whole lot, then the idea of being broke isn't so bothersome because you're used to being broke and it's just a state of being. But when you had, first of all, I didn't know Gucci made silverware. When you had Gucci silverware and baby grand pianos, and you're used to wearing $5,000 and $6,000 and $7,000 gowns at a time, and spending $500 on a pair of shoes, it's a long drop. So how does that make you feel?
It's hard to explain.
I should be one of Oprah's biggest supporters, but this is outright malicious. It's pretty obvious that the entire interview was staged to make Toni look like an irresponsible artist who couldn't even manage her money, and in a way, that's exactly what happened. Because you won't believe this, rumor has it that Oprah Winfrey purposely scolded Toni on her show and also warned her record label about what she was going to do. What kind of record label sells out their artists like a lamb led to a slaughterhouse? And Toni wasn't even given a 5-second brief about the whole thing.
Because my image is much bigger than the dollars that I was allowed. And a lot of it, you wear, like you said, the expensive dresses and the shoes and all that kind of stuff. But what was happening, I was financing personally with my career, the image that everyone sees. I was the one financing it.
But most people are, because the old studio days are long gone.
Exactly.
With Elizabeth Taylor.
But if someone's making $180 million and I got 1/20th or 100th of that, it makes it almost virtually impossible.
So do the people come in your house and actually they're like going through your things?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's the part. A lot of people say, okay, she's doing this just to get out of a record contract, but you wouldn't file a chapter 7. You would probably do a chapter 11. But I was given no other choice. I had to do a 7 and came to my home and praised things and
videotaped. So would there be like a public auction of your things, like that Gucci flatware?
Probably.
There would be that.
The only thing that really is frustrating and really hurts is the fact that they may take my Grammys, because that's the first thing they ask.
How could they take your Grammys? How could they take your Grammys?
They can auction them.
Yeah,
it's like a big market for that kind of stuff.
Oh, I hope they don't take your Grammys.
Toni would later admit in another interview that she sold more than 40 million records, yet her royalties were less than $2,000. Do you know how insane that sounds? If each of those records sold for $1, she would have made $40 million. I so badly want to get back in time to drag Oprah's hair on Toni's behalf. If you assume that Oprah suddenly got all icy and mean for a few minutes, you couldn't be more wrong. Apparently, it's a vicious cycle that's been going on for a while. Remember how we talked about Monique and how she started the hashtag Oprah is canceled movement? It all started when Monique won an Oscar for her role in Precious, but things took a turn when she refused to do free publicity for the movie. And guess what happened next? Monique claims that Oprah spread rumors that she was hard to work with, which led to her being blackballed from Hollywood. Monique also says that Oprah went so far as to invite her estranged family members onto her show, knowing fully well that there was bad blood between them.
Look better.
Some may think that you're only doing this to get into the good graces of your sister now because she has an Academy Award.
Nah, I'm doing this to apologize to my sister, to hopefully bring back some family unity.
As for their relationship now, Monique recently told Barbara Walters there is none.
Did your brother ever apologize to you?
The apology that I got from my brother is, if you think I did something wrong, then I'm sorry.
They were my exact words to my sister. Well, there's no more if you think I did it. You were absolutely right with what you said.
And it's not just Monique, Oprah also bullied Michael Jackson while he was alive, as she kept asking him sensitive things that were related to his body image. It's basically common knowledge that Michael Jackson had body image issues while he was alive.
Not taking anything to change the color of your skin.
Oh God, no.
You did not purposely.
We're trying to control it, and using makeup evens it out because it makes blotches on the skin, and I have to even out my skin. But you know what's funny? Why is that so important? You know, that's not important to me. I'm a great fan of art. I love Michelangelo. If I had a chance to talk to him or read about him, I would want to know about what inspired him to become who he is, the anatomy of his craftsmanship, not about who he went out with last night or why he decided to sit out in the sun so long. What's wrong with, I mean, that's what's important to me.
How much plastic surgery have you had?
Are you fucking kidding?
Out of singing, wait.
Yeah. And when you are, for instance, when we were here before, you know what? I mean, all the things ever printed in the tabloid, the only thing's ever been true is when they said I couldn't dance. When we were here the last time shooting the commercial, you were like in between shots, running off, conceiving the dance, choreographing the dance. You were up all night dancing.
To make matters worse, Oprah didn't stop bullying MJ even after his death. She hosted an interview with two men who claimed to have been assaulted by MJ in their teens. Monique also commented on this while saying, "Dear Oprah, I felt compelled to write you this open letter after observing the disparity in the way that you seem to treat people who were accused of the same allegations. You did an interview on the CBS Morning Show and were asked about Harvey Weinstein by Norah O'Donnell, and you said as it pertained to him that you always tried to look at the rainbow in the clouds, whatever the silver lining. You also said, if we make this all about Harvey Weinstein, then we have lost the movement. When you either are or were going to be a part of a documentary on Michael Jackson and Russell Simmons, how is that not making it all about them?" Interestingly, brother MJ was acquitted and is deceased, so how is he not off limits? Russell and Harvey are accused of the same thing, so in fairness, how do you not support the accusers of both as you said you did with RS, or do you look for the silver lining for both, like you said you did for HW? The only difference between the two is their skin color, and doesn't HW have way more accusers? People are starting to wonder if Oprah uses her influence to bully others who don't fit with her standards. These revelations are making people reconsider everything they thought they knew about Oprah. Is she really the defender of justice we've always known her to be, or is there more to the story? But wait, there's more. CEO recently called out Oprah for her association with Jeffrey Epstein, hinting that she might have played a hand in his sex trafficking activities. Now, it's crucial to remember that Oprah has denied all these charges. She even tweeted about it saying, "Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing." It's not true. Haven't been raided or arrested, just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. On the other hand, I wouldn't be surprised if Toni had bullied Toni because she was jealous of her body and looks, cause why else would she be so obsessed with washing her dirty laundry in public? After all, she once tried out an extreme liquid-only diet to lose weight. But what do you think? Is Oprah as saintly as she appears to be? Or has she been dragging people down the mud for all these years? Let us know in the comment section down below, and make sure to hit the bell and subscribe icon for instant updates on the hottest tea in the industry. Bye.